Well, joining us for this very special interview is Nitya Sharma from Simple. Thank you very much, Nitya, for joining us today. The company's raised about $40 million of late, and we want to understand what the funds are going to be utilized for. And at this point in time, there's a lot of activity in the whole funding space specifically. So tell us a little bit about what the proceeds are going to be utilized for.
Hi, Priya. Thanks for having me on the show. As you said, we just raised $40 million in our Series B financing led by Valar Ventures and IA Ventures. Essentially, Simple is a technology company, and the underlying technology is incredibly complicated architecture around platform and data science, machine learning, and AI. And what we are focusing on over the next 12 months is really two things. One, keep on developing deeper and deeper IP, intellectual property around our platform, and then build more features on the product so that our merchants and our consumers who use Simple are able to see more and more benefits of the product, right? So our investment will be going into people, team. So we'll be expanding our team quite significantly over the next 6 to 12 months. And then naturally, we are a network. So we've been growing our network very, very quickly over the last 12 months. And it's where one of the focus will be on investing on the growth of the network as well.
Right, interesting perspective out there. I want to understand in terms of what your focus areas will be, because over the last couple of months, specifically amid this pandemic, there's been a lot of buying activity that's been panning out, specifically in the online space, and buy now, pay later as a product has really picked up as well in a big way. So tell us a little bit about what your key focus areas are going to be for the rest of the financial year.
Yeah. So basically what has happened over the last, let's say, 18 months in India and around the world is basically digitization of everything, right? So we are living a lot more of an online life that we were living just 18 months back. So which obviously translates to e-commerce. So e-commerce is growing in India and around the world. And e-commerce retailers have two major problems and have had two major problems. The first is that of conversions. People come to buy, and a lot of people just don't buy, but do not finish that purchase. And the second is when 60 to 70% of people buy, they actually use cash on delivery to make the payment. Which is why services like Simple, buy now, pay later are growing very quickly because the problem we solve for retailers and consumers alike is one of user experience. So it's a one-click checkout, beautiful user experience, which means the conversions increases for retailers, and for consumers, it's a great user experience. So that's number one. The second and equally important is trust. When you buy in a physical store, it's a face-to-face transaction. You are able to see the goods, and therefore it's a very different way to think about buying something in a shop. But when you're buying online, you want to make sure that you get buyer protection. You don't feel that you will get something that you did not buy or anything like that. And that is where something like Simple's buy now, pay later service, where consumers really buy now and pay later after delivery, use to build more trust in the transaction, and therefore move away from cash on delivery. And one thing I'll just highlight here is, there's obviously a lot of buzz in buy now, pay later. It's a catch-all phrase these days. But really, the way we think about Simple is we are the khata. So if you think about, we all in India have been using the khata or a tab or an account with local retailers all the time. And the reason we use the tab is because it's a good user experience, and then it also feels safe about buying things, and merchants are able to build a relationship of trust with the consumer. And so Simple is really designed as a khata on the internet, and it solves those two problems of khata that khata solves: great user experience and builds trust.
Right. In terms of merchant onboarding, what is the plan out there in terms of expansion of the entire network? Give us some metrics out there.
So since the onset of COVID, so let's say since 18 months ago, we have increased our merchant network, the number of merchants who have integrated Simple, by almost 20x. So we've been growing pretty quickly. and we expect to continue to grow this year and then in the future as well. We work with some of the largest internet companies in India, the likes of Zomato, BigBasket, Make My Trip, Dunzo, Jio, etc. And we also work with smaller and medium-sized sellers online. For example, direct-to-customer brands and so on, right? So we kind of like service a wide gamut of retailers online. And the core principle behind Simple is that doesn't matter whether you are a big retailer or a small retailer, you should have access to technology and products that enhances your consumer's user experience, and be able to play at the level playing field with the large platforms. So that's kind of how we think about it, which is why we are growing so fast, because we really, take this very merchant first and what we call empowering merchants to be consumer centric approach to checkout and payments.
Right. I want to understand what kind of revenue targets you're working with at the end of this financial year. If you could share with us some targets that you have put in place.
Yeah, one thing that we really focus on is total payment volume. That's sort of our main goal. We obviously make revenue on top of it, the target is by October next year, we'll be 10 times bigger than what we are today.
Right, interesting. 10x by October next year. That's the kind of target that you're working with. And when you talk about this whole funding space and the IPO space, we see a lot of companies go ahead and file for an IPO. What is your thought process on the space? Do you think that valuations at this point are justified?
That's obviously one of those tough questions, but yeah, I mean, when you think about what has happened over the last 18 to 24 months is pretty much that what was supposed to happen over let's say a decade got pulled forward by 5 years or 7 years. So the growth of most businesses are very, very quick, and we are in this very interesting intersection of technology and consumer behavior shift, which is accelerating a lot of growth for a lot of companies. So with that taking that into consideration, perhaps a lot of valuations are justified, but definitely what it allows is innovation. Capital markets are very liquid. There are investors who are investing heavily in all sorts of technologies. Obviously, sometimes things don't work out in any startup or any new technology, but I do believe that 5 years out, 10 years out, we'll see some phenomenal companies coming out in this era, which will mark the future of what internet is, what experiences on the internet will be.
All right. On that note, thank you very much, Nitya, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for being part of the Daily Dispatch.